Viewers, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about biology, and I'm your tutor for today. My name is Lawson Shapas. Now, today we are going to talk about biology. Specifically, we are going to go deep down into what? Reproduction. For today, I'll talk mainly about what? The asexual reproduction. In our next video, we're going to be based on what? The sexual reproductions. Now, what is reproduction at all? When you say reproduction, what is the meaning of reproduction? Through reproduction, life becomes a continuous process. Assuming there was no reproduction, life would have come to a halt. Through reproduction, organisms give rise to young ones of their own kind. And through reproduction, there is continuity of life. I say what? Through reproduction, there is what? Continuity of life. That means life doesn't come to an end. Whether you die today or not, life will still be in existence. Not for you, but for other people. And what brings about that? It is a reproduction. Now, when they say reproduction, what does it mean? Reproduction is basically talking about what? The process through which what? Organisms give rise to their young ones. And these young ones resemble their parents. So reproduction is the process through which organisms give rise to their young ones, which resemble them. Okay. Reproduction is basically grouped into two broad topics. That is what? The sexual reproduction and the asexual reproduction. Now, when we are talking about sexual reproduction, that means it is involving sex. The sex gametes are involved. That means we have a male sex gamete and the female sex gamete coming together to fuse. There's a fusion. And when there's a fusion, we call that process of fertilization. So fertilization basically occurs in what? Sexual reproduction. But asexual reproduction, there's nothing like fertilization. It's only one organism. So in asexual reproduction, we have only one parent. What? One parent. It's only one parent that is involved. And this one parent is what will give rise to what? Its young ones. In certain cases, this one parent doesn't exist after what? The reproduction. But in some cases, the one parent exists after what? Reproduction. So asexual reproduction is the process whereby a parent gives rise to its young ones without fusion of gametes. I say what? Asexual reproduction is a process whereby what? One parent gives rise to what? Its young ones without fusion of what? Gametes. So there's no involvement of what? Sex gametes. Now let's look at the types of asexual reproduction we have. So let me put here types of asexual reproduction. We have fission, sporulation, budding, fragmentation, vegetative propagation, and what? Parthenogenesis. What a topic. I hope you get interested in it as we go along. Now, let's look at something. We are going to talk about the fishing first. The fishing, sometimes it is referred to as what? Binary fishing. In certain cases, it is referred to as what? Binary fishing. This binary fishing mostly occurs in what? Unicellular organisms. Organisms that possess what? Only one cell. That is the kind of organisms that undergo fishing, binary fishing. Over here, the cell or the organism will divide mitotically. So they will do what? Mitotic division. In binary fission. They will do what? Mitotic division. And when mitotic division takes place, the organism, let's say this is our organism with what? The cell and what? Other structures. This organism will divide mitotically into two for it to have what? Two organisms, and these two will be what? Identical. So after binary fission, the two organisms that will have the same similar structures like parent. They have the same similar structures like the parent, and they will look identical. When they say they look identical, they look similar to each other. And after mitotic division, the parent structure doesn't exist. The parent structure doesn't exist basically. I hope you are enjoying this as we're moving on. So that is what fission, binary fission. Sporulation is also a form of fission, but in this fission, it occurs during unfavorable conditions. So conditions where the organism become, let's say, dry out and stuff. So during sporulation, the organism will just continuously divide. So after the unfavorable condition is over, you see that the organism will become multiple. There will be multiples of that organism. That's basically sporulation. So they will form spores. Yes. So sporulation is dealing with what? Spores formation. And these spores is what we result to what? The other organism. Some we have the zoospores, and the aplanspores. The zoospores and the aplanspores. We have the motile spore and the immotile. Basically, we will not talk about that now. Now, budding. In budding, part of the parent structure, which is the bud, is going to detach itself from the parent structure and live as a new organism. It will live what? As a new organism. But mind you, look at something. In budding, the parent exists after reproduction. In budding, the parent exists afterwards reproduction. But in fission, the parent doesn't exist after reproduction.